Hello everyone, welcome to Stealth video series. Getting a second passport is perhaps the most important step in flag theory for attaining greater freedom. Citizenship eligibility can depend on ancestry, languages spoken, and number of years lived in the country of interest. However, to become a citizen of another country can require incredible time commitments for many people. In this video, we will share the fastest countries to get citizenship. Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic is the easiest country to get citizenship. The lowest cost second passport from the Dominican Republic gets you a citizenship in less than 2 years. The program from the Dominican Republic is a fraction of the cost of competitors like St. Kitts, Dominica, St. Lucia. Foreigners have to live in the Dominican Republic with a temporary residence permit for 5 years before obtaining permanent residency, which you will need for at least 2 years. This means that after 7 years of legal residence, foreigners can apply for citizenship. The residency visa is good for only one entry into the Dominican Republic, and you have to enter the Dominican Republic within 60 days. The costs are $90 within 30 days of arrival in the Dominican Republic. You must visit the immigration department with your passport to sign application forms, register fingerprints, and undergo the required medical test. Permanent residents must renew their residency card after 1 year. Subsequent cards will be renewable every 4 years, except for retirees and people supporting themselves financially who must renew their residency cards every 2 years. After 10 years, permanent residents will be issued a definitive residency card, not subject to renewal. Unfortunately, you will still have to pay an annual residency fee. The 4 ways to get a second citizenship and passport. Before we get into the countries themselves, first thing you should know about how to get an easy foreign citizenship is that there are 4 different ways. They are based on ancestry, time, money, flexibility. The dream of living in another country can be very enticing, more so depending on where you currently live. Whether the political climate at home is getting hot or you simply crave new scenery, immigrating to another country represents a thrilling challenge that can offer innumerable life lessons and major personal growth. Unfortunately, it's not that easy to accomplish. Not only do most countries have pretty strict guidelines for admittance, they also charge a great deal for the privilege. The financial implications of immigration definitely don't stop at the government fees. Either there is the cost of travel, moving your belongings, and getting established in a new home. Before you lose hope, there are certain countries that make the immigration process easier than average. Watch the video for possibilities that you might just be able to swing. Even if you don't achieve citizenship, several of these places are happy for you to live there indefinitely. Panama. Panama is one of the easiest places to get citizenship because of its simple, fast track to residency there. Panama City is one of the most international cities in the world with a very diverse population, including a huge community of American retirees. This country also has the easiest immigration programs for expats from friendly nations such as the United States. Invest $22,000 in Panama's reforestation program and get permanent residency. Then, after 5 years of residency, you can apply for citizenship. Panama Residency by Investment Program Panama is also one of the only countries in the world where you can gain residency using your retirement account. Nicaragua. Nicaragua residency with an investment of $35,000 and lawyer immigration fees of about $10,000 per person. You must spend 180 days a year in Nicaragua for 5 years to maintain residency. Then you can apply for citizenship. The catch with Nicaragua is that you must spend 180 days a year in the country to maintain your visa. Paraguay. Residency in Paraguay is easy to achieve, largely because the landlocked South American country is so obscure, bordered by Argentina to the south and Brazil to the east. The history of Paraguay is bloody to say the least. But nowadays, the fully independent country can be enjoyed by its friendly people, open scenic vistas, and low-cost living. Because demand for immigration is pretty low, it's easy to be accepted. You do have to deposit an amount of money into a Paraguayan bank that equally roughs 35 times the monthly minimum wage. Before you freak out, that's only about $4,500 to $5,500 USD. After that, you will be allowed to move to and live in Paraguay, but you can't apply for citizenship until you have lived there 3 years. The bureaucratic wheels in Paraguay turns extremely slow too, so be prepared to wait for final approval. One of the easiest countries to get citizenship in has been Paraguay. The South American country is open to all peaceful people, although it is often harder for Middle Easterners or Africans to apply for residency there. Depositing $5,200 in a Paraguayan bank account, foreigners can become a permanent resident of Paraguay and start the clocking ticking on naturalization and a Paraguayan passport. While many would be hard-pressed to locate Paraguay on a map, the country has a rather good travel document that offers visa-free travel to Europe and all of South America. After waiting 3 years, residents can apply to become a citizen, followed by a process which usually takes another year or so. Paraguay offers a lot of personal freedom, and the fact that a lot of people has never heard of it makes it more attractive. Paraguay also makes for an attractive second residency with the potential to get a passport later. Taxes on local source income are quite low at just 10%, and foreign source income is typically not taxed. Macedonia. Macedonia offers the best of both worlds, the benefits of Europe and visa-free access to the Schengen area, but none of the nonsense associated with being a part of the European Union. Located south of Serbia in the Balkans, Macedonia is one of the many business-friendly countries in Eastern Europe. Tax rates for both companies and individuals are a flat 10%, and the government is efficient. If you are willing to start a business and hire local workers, you can become a Macedonian citizen in less than 1 year. In fact, Macedonia has the least talked about economic citizenship program in the world, targeted specifically at entrepreneurs who can invest at least 400,000 euros in a real business. Canada. Canada has a reputation as one of the friendliest countries in the world, and it shows in its immigration policy. In contrast to the United States, Canada has recently opened its borders with compassion for refugees from war-torn nations. But if you're not afraid for your life, Canada looks very closely at your professional qualifications before inviting you. If you do have a professional skill set or education that matches up with Canada's current needs, you may be able to take advantage of an express entry program that can get you approval in no time flat. Simply fill out an online form that awards points for things like education level, industries you have worked in, and whether you can speak French. Other things like having family in Canada or having studied there can also help. Citizenship is quite easy once in Canada on a work, PNP immigration program, or investor visa. Costa Rica. Costa Rica has a retiree program that requires $1,000 per month in income to qualify. Otherwise, you will need a job in order to get on the path to permanent residency and eventually citizenship. For that reason, it is not the easiest country on our list for migration, but also not impossible. If you have skills that Costa Rica needs, you should be able to navigate the process. Ecuador. To make your expat dreams come true in Ecuador, all you have to do is prove that you will earn at least $800 per month in perpetuity. It's called a pensioner's visa, but there are no age requirements to receive one. So if you have any reliable royalties, compensation payouts, or other guaranteed non-work income, a move to Ecuador could be well within reach with citizenship down the line. Ecuador naturalization by residency is one of the fastest worldwide. After completing 3 years of legal temporary or permanent residence, a foreigner must request a naturalization letter. If following requirements are met, Ecuadorian nationality will be granted to the applicant. Ecuador's citizenship requirements: continuous and legal residence of at least 3 years in Ecuador. Be an adult or consent of minors' parents or legal guardians. Birth certificate or supplementary test duly legalized and translated into Spanish. Copy of the identity document or copy of the valid passport duly legalized. Knowledge of the periodic symbols of Ecuador. Assist in an interview explaining the reasons for the will to acquire Ecuadorian nationality. Accredit sufficient economic means for subsistence in the country. The Human Mobility Law also contemplates other naturalization options. Naturalization by marriage or de facto union. A foreigner may apply for citizenship 2 years after the marriage or de facto union with an Ecuadorian person. Naturalization of minors born abroad with an Ecuadorian father and/or mother. Nicaragua. Nicaragua is known for having been troubled by leftist cause, civil wars, and right-wing contras in the 1980s. And yeah, it is said to be experiencing the worst political crisis in its history right now. But let's put that in perspective. At the moment, the Nicaraguan people have lost faith in their government and are protesting in great numbers. Some have died in the fight. The government is blaming the country's young people for the chaos. So if you think you could stomach living in the United States, Nicaragua can also very reasonably be on your list. And on the plus side, Nicaragua is an absolutely gorgeous country situated between two pristine coastlines. Conveniently, Nicaragua offers a retirement program similarly to Ecuador's. In this case, you need only prove an income of $600 a month. Theoretically, you must be at least 45 years of age, but this requirement can be waived based on your provable income. You also need not be entirely retired to qualify. Nicaragua's government defines work quite loosely. Owners of a restaurant or small hotel are not considered workers. If you freelance for a non-Nicaraguan company, that also is not considered work. We hope this video has been helpful to you. At Stilt, we provide financial services for immigrants and the underserved. Subscribe to our channel and visit stilt.com for more details.